Hello and welcome to our Path to $500 and Beyond. My name is Brittany Miles. I'm a Diamond and Founder 2.0. I've been with doTERRA now for 5 years and I've loved every second of it. It's been incredible. It's done things for my family that I never even imagined. And I have loved it all. I've loved the product. I love the comp plan, but I've never been more excited about the comp plan until these enhancements have come out because now I am seeing it breathing new life into our team. For those who haven't made it yet to the $500 or more mark, this is really helping them to get on that path. And I hope that you're going to use what we talk about today to not only to get to 500, but to go beyond that and to teach your team and new people coming on that they can do this exact same thing, because what we're going to talk about today is simple to follow, it's teachable, it's duplicatable. And don't worry, we're not going to get into too many numbers, but we are just going to go over the important ones, the few that you need to know in order to understand this path and what it takes, and just get you totally pumped up for this new comp plan. So let's just jump in and get started. So first off, why does $500 matter? Why do we keep mentioning that number? Well, surveys have shown that, rises like the rising cost of living is making people turn to a side gig or a side hustle. They're trying to supplement their income and they're turning to things that are making about that much money. That is the number that they're really looking for. So they're turning to things like Uber and DoorDash and things like that to try to bring in some extra income. Now, those things are great, but what we have is so much better, right? We actually have something that we can set up with residual income so that we're not just trading hours for dollars like people do in other gig economies. In the gig economy stuff like Uber and DoorDash, right? So this $500 is that number that we're aiming for. And then what we're going to show you is that this path can actually be used to go far beyond that. This is really just setting you up with the right structure to start bringing in some good income, but we can duplicate this and go much, much farther beyond that. So with doTERRA's enhanced compensation plan, now we have this simpler path to $500 and a potential for consistent monthly earnings. That's what we're really looking for. Now, a great compensation plan doesn't mean a thing if you don't have a product that is wanted or needed. And at doTERRA, we know that we are the best, right? doTERRA is the best and everybody knows it. So our products are truly life-changing and people want them time and time again. This is a thing of beauty when it comes to your business because you have an incredible retention rate. It means when you bring on a customer, it's not like it's really difficult to get this customer to purchase again. They're going to love the product, they're going to love the results, and they're going to want more. Notice here on our chart, we have a 12-month retention rate on average 75% here in the US. Take a look at the direct selling industry standard there in comparison. It's only 15 to 25%. That means as you're bringing on your new customers, 75% of them are going to place another order within their first year. Now, this is huge, right? This is residual income. This is how you're going to have that sustainable monthly income with doTERRA. So that's over 12 months. Take a look at this chart. This one just shows you our 90-day retention rate. So still really high compared to the industry standard, 37% in the US and 42% globally. Really great news, right? Customers are coming back in a short amount of time. They want these products and they just want to keep them coming, right? This is great news for us. So let's just talk about this compensation plan then and this path to 500. So now we know like why it matters, right? We see that we have these incredible products on our side. So people are going to want them. That's going to help us a lot. Now, this path to 500 is going to create a very clear, simple, and teachable path to 500 that really anyone is capable of doing. With the right effort, with the right skill set that we're going to teach you, then it's just going to be a very duplicatable process. And we're really going to break it down into two main steps that you're going to need. Step one is enrollments. This is going to equal your fast start. This is how you make money quickly. And if you're just starting, this is how you're actually going to make money in your very first month. Now, these new people that you're bringing on are also going to potentially create your personal growth volume, or PGV. So that means those are people that are personally enrolled that are placing reward orders within that first 12-month period of time that they are your customer. So I must say this though. If you're at a place in your doTERRA business where you've already been doing this for a long time and you've built an incredible business, and at this point you're feeling like you want to kind of retire, you don't want to actively build, maybe your team is also feeling like they don't want to actively build, you've already hustled and you don't want to do that anymore, let's compare it to this clean home that you see here pictured. Now, if you think about cleaning your home, let's say that you have it decorated just so. You've got new furniture, new pillows, maybe a new rug. You've mopped and vacuumed and swept and like dusted, and like everything is just so, right? Like you've done everything. Ceiling fans to baseboards, all of it. It is perfect. You sit on the couch and you just like take it in, right? We love that feeling of a pristine, like clean home. I love that feeling. I want my home to feel like that all the time, right? But we all know that over time, if you don't do a little bit of upkeep, then the house is not going to stay that way, is it? You have to cook in here, you're living in here, things don't get put away, things get dusty. And though you don't have to start over, you don't have to go buy new furniture and just like do everything all at once. If you do a little bit of upkeep on a regular basis, your home can stay nice and clean. It's going to go a long way. And the same with your business. If you've built an incredible doTERRA business and it is running like a well-oiled machine, that is fantastic. That's great. Enjoy it. But don't just be like, well, I'm not enrolling ever again. I'm done. Well, it's not going to work so well for you, right? You need to do just a little bit of upkeep. You don't have to go in full out hustle mode, but some enrollments regularly is going to help your business to be sustained and continue to bring in an income for a very, very long time. We talked about that incredible retention rate, right? We said it was 75% in the first 12 months, but that's not 100%, is it? That means that there's still 25% of your customers who are not ordering. So over time, your business would slowly shrink if you didn't do something about it. And that is where that regular little bit of upkeep of bringing in new customers is going to help. We always tell people in this business that they need to be proactive about their health. And we also need to be proactive when it comes to our business. And enrollments are the way that we do that. So that was step number one, enrollments. Step number two is rewards orders. Now, rewards orders are the key component for qualifying for your Power of Three bonus. Take a look at our pod here. You're going to hear that pod terminology a lot. Basically, this is just a group of people. And for this first pod, it's the group of people on your front line. So there you are. You've, of course, placed your 100 PV or more reward order. And the people on your front line, we want them also to be on reward orders, right? That's what we were talking about. That is the key component to the pod. And if we have these people on our front line and combined, they have a total of 500 PV in reward order volume in a given month, you're going to get a $50 bonus. This is your first Power of Three pod. So it's you, right? You've placed your order, and then you have these people on your front line, and they've placed reward orders. This is reward order volume only, and it needs to equal 500. And this could be in any combination of people. One person, 10 people, 20 people. It really doesn't matter. Reward order volume of 500, and you're going to get that $50 bonus. Now, there is one thing you need to know about this very first pod is that at least 100 PV of those orders needs to come from people that you personally enrolled. Well, we just talked about that, right? Enrollments, you're bringing on people anyway, so that shouldn't be an issue. But maybe your upline is helping to build your team, or maybe you are helping to build someone else's team. Just make sure that at least 100 PV of that is coming from people you personally enrolled so that you can get that $50 bonus. Now, let's turn it to 100. So remember our two key steps, right? Enroll, rewards. And we're just going to put that on repeat. And this simple formula is going to help create the next bonus, which is our $100 monthly bonus. So remember how we talked about getting that $50, right? You have that 500 pod of reward order volume on your front line. Now, remember, if you're enrolling and you have your customers that are now getting onto rewards orders, if they're customers you've enrolled in the last 12 months and they place an order of a reward order that month, you're going to get those are going to go, they're going to contribute towards your personal growth volume or your PGV. So you're going to want that PGV to be at least 400. Now, all of this, these metrics and these reports are available right in your dashboard of your back office. So it's going to be really easy for you to keep track of these numbers. Don't worry, you're not the one having to go back and calculate it. It's all calculated for you. So if you can get that $50 bonus that we talked about, and you have 400 in personal growth volume, now we're going to boost our power of 3 by an additional $50. So 50 and 50, right? We have $100. Now this simple step, this little like 500 pod, and you boost to 100, this is really simple. It's duplicatable. And this structure is what we want to teach the other people on our team. In fact, if you can help 3 of the people on your front line to create their own 500 pods, it's going to do something amazing to your business. Here's what that's going to look like, right? We call this power of 3 because we want 3 people on our front line to have their own 500 pods. So of course, that's going to mean that each of those people is going to earn that $50 bonus. Now, of course, they could also be boosting if they're bringing on their enrollments like they should be. Then they could be getting more than that, right? They could be getting that $100 bonus. But by doing this structure where you have 3 people and they each have their 500 pod, now your bonus changes into a $250 power of 3 bonus. Now, what I love about this is that you can do this in whatever time frame that you want. If you want to just like jump in and straight up hustle mode and run, you can do this very, very quickly. Within your first couple of months, you can be creating the structure. If that doesn't really fit with your lifestyle right now and you want to take it a little bit slower, you can do that. So you can build this how you want to build it. Now, success loves speed, right? So the faster that you can do it, it's a little nicer, right? It gets money in your pocket faster, and it just helps to kind of keep you motivated. So I would try to do it a little bit quicker, but do what makes sense for you. Now, remembering our 2 steps, enroll, rewards. As you've continued to do that, we have built this structure. And now let's talk about boosting that second level power of 3. So first level was 50. We've helped 3 people now on our front line to get their 50. So we've changed to 250. And of course, we're bringing on new customers. We're enrolling regularly because we know how important that is. And that's going to help us to have more people contributing to our personal growth volume because we're helping those new enrollments to get onto rewards orders. If we have built this 250 structure and we have 800 in personal growth volume, we actually boost that power of 3 again, another 250. So now we have created the $500 that we were talking about. Now, this is not even including all the fast start that you're earning. And if your team is enrolling, right, you're also earning some fast start from them too. So 500 is just like the start of that. There's actually more money on top of that available to you for the new enrollments and stuff that are coming in. But this is that simple structure, your 250 power of 3 structure on the second level plus 800 in personal growth volume. Now, I know this sounds pretty simple, but You might be feeling like it's hard to get people on rewards orders. It's hard to get them to order. It's hard to enroll. But you know what? Success leaves clues. And we have had this Power of Three boost available to us over the last several months. And I've asked two of the girls on my team, this is Mary and Wendy, I asked them how they've been able to boost their Power of Three every single month that the boost has been available. What are they doing that maybe others are not? And so I'm going to quote them, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what they've been doing so that we can try to imitate their example here. So Mary told me, and I quote, she says, "For me, it was treating the 15th of the month as if it were the end of the month. Really having better communication with the customers that help me to get my boost, to be sure they're aware of promos and if they're having any new health issues that they might need support with. With my deaf team, I've been taking more time to help them see the back office changes with the comp plan, see how it's going to impact them. And I'm teaching any new customers to use Refer a Friend to help them earn doTERRA dollars." Okay, so Mary's using communication skills, of course, not only with just her customers, but also with her team. And she's really targeting the people here that are contributing to her personal growth volume, or PGV, in order to boost her Power of Three each month. Wendy says, "By consistently showing up, building genuine connections with my customers, and earning their trust, I worked my business with integrity. So when the compensation plan beta launched, I immediately qualified for the Power of Three boost every month. First hitting my $50 boost and then maximizing the $250 for the last 2 months." Okay, did you see the similarity between the two of them? Communication and support. These ladies make sure that they're showing up for their customers. They are there for them, checking in on them. Is that something that you're doing? Are you there for your customers? Are you staying in touch with them? Are you checking on them? Are you just being human with them? It really goes a long way in building those relationships with our customers and, of course, with our team. There's been changes happening in our compensation plan. Is your team aware of that? Do they know how it works so that they can maximize the new compensation plan as well? And then accountability is something that I really appreciate about these two women as well. So on our team, what we do, we have an accountability group on WhatsApp. We call it Locking Arms because that is literally what we're doing with each other. Every morning, we're posting in there at least 3 to 5 income producing activities that we're going to get done that day. At the end of the day, we're posting again to say which of those things got done, which things maybe got moved or postponed, which things we're still working on. And this simple, easy accountability helps our team to do those income producing activities each day and not to get so lost in the noise of everything else going on around us. It's those income producing activities that are going to help you to grow your business each day. So this path to 500, it's simple, it's teachable, it's duplicatable. It isn't about chasing a rank. It isn't about building an empire overnight. It's about helping real people. Maybe they're single moms, maybe they're retired teachers, they're overwhelmed caregivers, and we can help them to take one step toward financial ease. And we can do that $500 at a time, one relationship at a time, with doTERRA's incredible products and new compensation plan that really supports us every single step of the way.